Okay, we've got a hammer from Wolfman23. Thank you very much. We've got Kyler Penix Carr at quarterback, Charbonnet Tucker at running back, London, Marv, JMO, Dubs, Booty, and then we have McBride, Hawkinson, and Worthless Cans. He's got the 103, 203, and a 26 first. The question was moves. Got offered Mahomes for Penix and a 26 first. I feel I'm not in the position to tier up. I need to split assets, if anything. Thinking of getting an RB with the 103 this year. Competed 3 years ago when we initially drafted and then made some bad moves. That might have been good. 10 or 12 team league. Not sure what that means. Traded BTJ and a late first for Marv preseason. Yeah, might have been a decent move at the time. It's kind of a whoopsies until proven otherwise. All right, so let's go back to this team. Looks like he was offered Mahomes for Penix and the 26 first. Is wondering if he was in the spot to tier up. I don't really see the need to do that. I'm not going to give up my 26 first. He doesn't mention a 27 first that he has. So I'm not dying to do that. Having a room of Kyler, Penix, and Carr is fine by me. Mentioned thinking of getting a running back with the 103. I don't disagree. When you look at that team, you've got only Charbonnet and Tucker. And then wide receiver-wise, London, Marv, JMO, Dobbs. I still, at this, February 21st? Still not making a decision as to what I'm going to do with that 103, but yes, obviously that's something you can pursue. Given it's a super flex, we'll see how it goes. If Genty is probably going to go 101, is a QB going to go 102? Is another running back going to go 102? Just play it by ear. You don't have to make a decision right now as to which player you're going to take. That 103 though is very valuable. So unless somebody's paying you full freight for it, then it's going to cost a lot. I'm just wondering what else to do with this team. Obviously, Charbonnet and Tucker, that running back room is tired. That 203, there will be a running back that you can take there as a filler. Let's see, McBride and Hawkinson. You do have a little bit of you could move Hawk in that case because McBride is more than enough. You've got that stack with Kyler, so that's obviously an attractive stack. You do have Marv as well, so you're rocking the triple stack. Be curious what the crowd thinks, but 103, yeah, I'm being flexible. I mean, even if Tet's on the board and I want to go with him, then that's fine. If I don't want to take the running back to whoever your cup of tea is, Hampton, Henderson, what have you. Let's see what else. So competed. Yeah, I don't really know what else. To say here. The 103, you could be flexible too. You don't necessarily have to make that pick. You can buy a vet with that 103. You could move back to acquire some more assets. Trying to see if this team can compete. Because not exactly Studley at quarterback. We know what's going on at running back. Yeah, I mean, I'm not necessarily making that pick. You can move back, maybe not. You don't want to move back more than probably the 106 or 107, but that's flexible. We don't need to be attaching a name to that just yet. Okay, Wolfman, appreciate it. Thank you for that hammer. It's kind of awkward being here on my own, but and if you haven't heard the news, Shane and Scott decided to move on from Dynasty TRADES in 5. And so it's just me, the guy in the middle right now, but the channel is very much going to keep going. Going to find a new host or hosts. So I'm the guy in the middle again, but we're going to be doing a bunch of different things content-wise. A lot more short form, do some different types of segments, lots of collaboration type things. So if you want to stick around, stick around. Otherwise, you can hit that unsub and we'll get your business back later. Okay, let's keep moving here. So this one was a 3 hammers from Cam. Thank you very much. This is a 12-team Superflex, half PPR, full PPR for the tight ends, start 9. Quarterbacks are May, Rodgers, Winston. At running back, we got Saquon, Jacobs, Rob, and Javante. We've got Amon-Ra, CD, Nico, At wide receiver, and then at tight end, we have Hawkinson, Otten, and Likely. No 25 picks, but have all the 26 and 27 picks. It's a mid-activity league. Here's a question. It's give Jacobs or Saquon to get a QB2 plus picks. Okay. Wonder if it's give Jacobs and Saquon or give Jacobs or Saquon. I imagine it is one or the other. Feel like I should liquidate one or both of these guys at their highest value. Consider trying to move Jacobs for multiple early to mid seconds if I'm able. Buying a QB may be too tough, but liquidating in the form of picks may be able to get me there. Unwilling to pay a high price for a QB2, would rather just play the backup roulette game. And he says he's asking this specific question because my league values both of these guys higher than the average, is not overly tapped into rookie drafts. Okay, so it's good that Cam has identified, what the market is. If the league values these guys higher than average, then there you go. That's why you're shopping them, right? So the question was, give one of them to get a QB2 plus picks. So I guess we have to go back here. Yeah, QB2 is going to have to be addressed. We've got May, and then we have Rodgers, who is, I guess, trying to find a home, and then old Jameis. So how can we acquire a quarterback, though? Let's first see where your team is at. Yeah, you have a nice team. Mid-activity. What kind of quarterback would we want to get on this team? I always like to see right off the bat if I can get a quarterback that's going to stack me with something. So looking at the team, we got Amon-Ra, CD, Nico. Yeah, how can we get... It doesn't even have to be a monster quarterback. It is a 12-team super flex, start 9. So you do want to have a solid QB2. But yeah, I mean, what will Saquon get you? Crowd, what do you think Saquon could get you? Let's hear you in the chat. What's the best quarterback that Saquon could get you? We'll see what they say. Looking at the rest of the team, if you were to get rid of Saquon and Jacobs, you've got Saquon or Jacobs. You still have some running backs. This team is close. This team is definitely close. I'd like to see. It doesn't say 4-point or 6-point per passing touchdown, but yeah. Cade's Fed says Drake Maye. Drake Maye is on the team, but thanks for chiming in. I appreciate the participation. Put another name in there though. How about what does Stroud cost these days? He could be a cheaper option. Amon-Ra, you could look to get Jared Goff, but yeah, not overpaying for a QB2. If somebody's gonna want, Amon-Ra or CD, a piece like that to get a good quarterback, I'd rather so Frank Joseph put in here Baker. Yep. Baker's definitely an option. No doubt about it. I would just shop like crazy. It sounds like Jacobs and Saquon are attractive to your league. So put them on the block and be like, hey, I'm looking for a quarterback. I also see here, that was something different. Yeah, Herbert, honestly, just spam the league. See what the market tells you. Okay, hold on. Let me go back to these banners here. So he said buying a QB may be too tough, but liquidating in the form of picks may be able to get me there. Okay, so what would you say, crowd, if you what would you want for Saquon? Are you going to require the 101 or 102? It's tough to say, but yeah, just be flexible. You don't have to pick an exact quarterback right now. You want to pick the range of quarterback that you're looking for. And again, 4-point versus 6-point, that's something to consider based on running or not. Frank Joseph answered my question saying that he'd want the 102 for Saquon. Yeah, I get it. So that's an option too, because then you could get, Sanders, Ward, whatever your cup of tea is there. Let's see what else we can do with this team. It's a half PPR. Yeah. I see somebody, Cody S, says at least the 104. I think, yeah, you're not going to be able to get Saquon for less than that. He seemed like he had like extra juice this year too. I don't know what it was. He shot out of a cannon like Gibb style. And then Brendan says here, traded Saquon for the 104, 26 first and a 27 first. Happy to do that. Brendan, was this a super flex? You got 3 firsts for him? That's quite the haul. Okay, so yeah, just shop around, but make sure. Think about it in a startup. Where are you going to take Saquon, and where are you going to take one of these QBs? Saquon is going to go ahead of lots of the QBs that we named. Brendan said it was a 14-teamer. Yeah, start by looking for the stack. That's what I always like to do anyway. Try to knock on the Goff owner's door, Dak, Stroud, and start there. But yeah, look more so for the range of the quarterback as opposed to the name itself. And you said it was mid-activity. I always like to go to the folks that actually like to trade as well, because at least they're down to get something done. All right, let's keep on keeping on here. We'll go to the comments, and we'll see if I get interrupted here at that door. Okay, what do we got here in the comments, folks? I see a heart from Toronto, Dave. Good to see you. Okay, let's go to. I saw one up here. Where is it? Jeffrey Jacobs. There it is. 12-team, 1 QB, PPR, no tight end premium, start 8. Lineup league, sent Tracy, got the 203. Yeah, all day. Might as well do a little re-roll there. And you're not necessarily making that pick at 103. You didn't trade for the player that you're picking at 103 or 203. You traded for the 203. So it's flexible. Always keep that in mind, because maybe you could end up packaging that up and bumping back to 26, because we're talking about a 12-team, 1 QB. So maybe you're looking at the crappiest teams in your league and packaging up that 203 to try to snag their 26 first. Let's see here. Let's take this one off, and I got to get rid of this banner. I'm out of practice. How many eyeballs? 607 eyeballs. Oh, I've got Twitter on here too, though. Need to get some vanity numbers. Good to see everyone. Yes, I am in this treatment center right now for people who have been following my escapades. But yeah, all is good. Okay, let's go to JB. Thank you for the hammer, sir. 10-team Superflex, start 11, 1.5 for the tight ends. So we're going to assume PPR for everyone else. 6 point per passing touchdown. Took over an orphan in established home league with savvy managers. Mid to high activity. There's 2 super teams who have made the finals last 4 seasons. Very difficult to make process trades, either in consolidating or splitting assets. Hammers are spoken for and cost 3+ firsts to obtain elite assets. I have to quote unquote lose the trade to get stuff done. We're all in leagues like that, right? So Herbert, Purdy at quarterback, Bucky, Swift, Najee, and Trash at running back, Rashee Rice, Ladd, Keenan Allen, Pearsall, Coker, and Leggett. Sorry, I also have Hollywood there. Kraft and Schultz at tight end. Has the 105, 205, 206, 210, and a couple early thirds. Looking for creative ways to disrupt the league. Best word. People only willing to pay 60 cents on the dollar for any of my starters, including QB. Considering using some 26 seconds to make moves between the 2nd and 3rd rounds this upcoming draft and hammering running back. Well, it's definitely the draft to do that. Let's go back to the team again. Let's try to remember that mid to high activity, couple super teams, and the hammers are spoken for and pricey. So creative ways to disrupt. Let's start by looking at what you have. Quarterback, good shape. And again, this is a 10-team super flex. Quarterback, good shape at running back. Wide receiver, a little tired. Not ideal. If you've got a couple super teams, this team isn't quite ready to quite ready to attack there. So I see how he's saying looking for creative ways to disrupt. Instead of taking, you said, was this JB, that you have some 26 seconds to make moves between the second and third round this upcoming draft. I wouldn't necessarily be doing that just yet. I don't want to waste years, but at the same time, the assets that I'm looking at that I like, Herbert and Purdy, not worried about losing those years. Bucky, or any running back for that matter, I'm not worried about future years. Rice, Ladd, they're young enough. I am not going to just start piling in to this draft in the hopes that I hit on some running backs to then try to take on these super teams, because you don't have the firepower. Does the crowd agree here? Does this team have the firepower to where he should be? Our super chats turned off. No, I'm not gonna turn super chats on. I'll just try to answer them. I'm gonna run out of time too. I may turn them on at the end. What do you think, everybody? Does this team have the stones to be able to make a move? I'm not doing it. I'm not bringing all my 26 capital into this draft in the hopes of hitting. It'd be one thing if my whole team were made of, the Keenan Allens and Cooper Kupps and all of that. You have enough youth. You have enough youth to where I'm not rushing to do that, let's say. In fact, you can even get more 26 capital looking at those seconds that you have, if people want to be gung-ho and do what you were thinking about doing. So Frank Joseph says no, it doesn't have the juice to do it. I would say easy tiger a little bit there, Mr. JB. I like the aggression. I like the way how you try to find a way to disrupt, but I just don't think your team is there yet. Definitely not one to blow up, but I'm not kicking all my 26 capital into 2025 with this team. I kind of like what you have pick wise here, and you can kick back if anything. That 105 is very much on the block if somebody wants to overpay for it. All right, rock and roll. Appreciate you, JB. Let's go to the crowd. And yeah, I can turn those supers on. It's just kind of hard because I'm talking and working here at the same time. Okay, let's go up to the top. Up here, we got Landon Zeglin, excuse me. Traded for the 101. All right, here we go. 12-team Superflex, start 8, half PPR, no tight end premium. Sent Marv, Connor, Fields, the 111, 203, and 206 for ETN, 101, 301, 306, and a 4th. Okay, quarterbacks are Caleb Kyler, then has Brees Kamara at running back. Wide receivers are Chase, CD, Neighbors. Tight end, Bowers. It says icing on top is Genty. Yeah, so what do we think here? It is a very shallow 12 teams, start 8, half PPR. So yes, that 101, 101's in any format seems like it's going to be old Ashton, but he is a monster to say the least in this format. So gave Marv, Connor, Fields. It's a lot there in terms of just digesting the trade. Let's say that. The thing is, in that format, the 301, 306, and 409, it's almost like you can just cut that off of that side of the deal, unless you just get super lucky, or unless you can do something to where you package those and move up for a player you like in the second, which would still end up being a dart throw. So let's just assume it's Marv, Connor, Fields, 111 in a couple seconds for ETN in the 101. It is a start 8. Hammer hunting. I'm down. I dig it. That's fine. And ETN isn't a scrub. He might be a little bit neglected when he used to be a workhorse, right? I dig it. Spend enough for the 101 and a start 8. All right, let's keep going. So Sean H says Venmo me $50 and I'll be the new co-host. Oh, nice little follow through on that swing there, Sean. Yeah, nice. Okay. Let's go to, yeah, Frank Joseph said, I like it because it's a start eight. Yeah, and this is probably a good time to say if I say start eight, start nine, what I'm referring to is how many players you start in your lineup each week, not including kicker and defense. They don't pay taxes anyway. So start eight, start nine, those are shallow to where you want to do what our last question did in terms of packaging a lot of stuff to consolidate to get the 101 in that example. If it is a deeper league, so like start 11, start 12, that's when you see Pearsall listed. Those types are actually relevant. We always go off of a start 10, kind of middle of the road. I see these nice comments here. Keep it up, Clay. Clay, you're the man. Good to see your friendly face. Good to see you all too. David Ross thinks my name is spelled with a K. We'll roll with it. How's rehab treating you? I'm doing well, doing great. Okay, so let's go here to Sean H. Says 106. Oh, this is the golfer. 106 and 401 or 112 and 201. Sean, put the format, put the full format in here. You're saying you'll be the new co-host for $50. Come on, we do format here, sir. We'll revisit that. Okay, let's go to Chi-Town Saluki for this hammer. Thank you very much. This is a 10-team Superflex half PPR start 10, small tight end premium on first downs. It's probably a small tight end premium and there's some first down action. Otherwise, that'd be kind of weird. It's like it's a premium if your tight end is good at making first downs. Got this done with a QB needy team with a lot of holes to fill. So it says give, get, but looks like got this done. So gave Kyler, Waddle, Mixon, 25, 308, and a 26 third. Got Jefferson. I was like, where's the rest of it? Okay, so gave Kyler, Waddle, Mixon, and a couple thirds, got Jefferson. Okay, so let's see what this team looks like. Team after, oh man, look at how QB heavy it was in a 10-teamer. Yeah, we might have just seen a gift here. So after trading away Kyler, still has Hurts, Caleb, Bryce, A-Rich, so still overweight at quarterback. Has Chase Brown, Kamara, Monty, Dobbins, Kareem Hunt, a couple others, JJ Neighbors, JSN, London, Moore, Ridley, McBride in the 101. Yes. He says, I traded my 24 first for a 25 first straight up before the 24 season and the gamble paid off. No, he's getting that 101. What should my next move be? Okay, so let's go back here. It is a 10-team Superflex half PPR with a small tight end premium. So let's just assume half PPR, full PPR for the tight end, start 10. So this is a shallow league. So was able to, yeah, I mean, Kyler like still counts and he's still like worth something, but this was a gift to be able to get Justin Jefferson on this team when Kyler was just excess, quote unquote. So yeah, Kyler, Waddle, Mixon. Yeah, you're packaging up stuff to get Justin Jefferson in a shallow format where you have a million quarterbacks still. So yeah, next move should be continue to shop quarterbacks. See if you can extract some more value out of them. Other than that, your running back room isn't I'm not really touching that running back room because you're not going to get a whole lot for it, probably. Excuse me, got JJ Neighbors, JSN London. You're going to have to overpay like an MFer if he wants these wide receivers from me. McBride, not for sale. And the 101, I'm just putting Genty on this team, throwing the middle finger up, walking away, mic drop. I like this team. Next move should be to chill and crack a beer or your beverage of choice and just relax for a bit. Does anybody disagree? Does anybody disagree with that? Is that not the get Monty? Oh, here's another trade. I'll go back to that later. Okay, let's keep moving on. Chi-Town Saluki, nicely done. Very nicely done. Kind of a pay to brag there, which he did with the $5 hammer. So you can find these, or you can buy hammers to be answered live, hopefully, on buymeacoffee.com/trades-in-5. If it's not live, it'll still be answered. And some of these were very tardy, and that's my fault. Obviously, some stuff going on right now, but let's keep on keeping on. Someone got us a hammer. 12-team Superflex PPR, 1.5 for the tight ends, start 8. 4-point per passing touchdown. Okay, at quarterback, we got Burrow, Kyler. And we have Achane, Aaron Jones, Connor, Najee, Warren. Have CD, Puka, Garrett Wilson, Rice, and then McBride and Ertz at tight end. Finished second after the startup, so went hammer hunting. Sent away Goff in the 103 for Burrow. Okay, that's a 12-team. Goff 103 for Burrow. We'll go back to that. I don't necessarily love it, but okay. And then sent the 106 and 111. 106, 111, and downs for CD Lamb. Go with that. It's a start 8. That's kind of why the reason I don't love the Burrow move. That's why I don't really love the Burrow move. I almost would rather just keep Goff and then attach that 103 to a player and get a true hammer. But what does the crowd think about that? Would you give Goff and 103 for Burrow? A 12-team start 8. Your quarterbacks are Burrow and Kyler. I'll look back and see what you guys are saying. He says, what's the next move? No luck moving non-Achane running backs. Inbox offer of 105 for Garrett Wilson. Not a big Wilson fan, but still like him more than the wide receiver 1 in this class, and worry about my lack of wide receiver depth. I like Garrett Wilson. Just watching him play football. That's all that really takes. Watch him play football. He's fantastic, and he's not going to have Aaron Rodgers there anymore. What do you guys think, crowd? 105 or Garrett Wilson? My only issue is, is if I want to give away the 105 yet, right? Do you want to give the 105 yet for Garrett Wilson? That offer. Wait, he didn't have Garrett Wilson, right? No, he has Garrett Wilson. Okay, so you're getting the 105? That's tough. Let's go back to these wide receivers. It's got Lamb, Puka, Garrett Wilson, Rice. I could be swayed. I could be swayed to go the 105 as opposed to Garrett Wilson, but there's no leverage on either side. There's no extra piece on one side or another. So I'm kind of torn there. It is a start 8. So it's what could you do with that? Is the 105 going to be more attractive to your league than Garrett Wilson? Or can you take that 105 and throw it on top of, let's see here. So everybody wants an Achane. Yeah, he's good in this format too, obviously, or you want the spike week type guys. But ask yourself that, is the league going to like the 105 more or Garrett Wilson more? If you can do more with that 105 and you think you can net higher than Garrett Wilson, then rock and roll. But I'm not I'm a Garrett Wilson fan. Okay, let's go back here. So Sean H says Garrett Wilson's a flop, and by soon to be co-host Sean H, Garrett Wilson's a flop, and the Jets are going to draft another Zach Wilson. 105 is greater than Wilson. Yeah, I don't disagree. And the 105 this time of year, that's only going to go up in value. So we have another one in the got another couple comments from Moggs. I fear for Wilson and Hall's will/potential on a struggling team. Okay, the will part, I see that. And then wait and see who the QB is. Yeah, it sounds like a lot of folks are agreeing. Maybe the 105 is the play at this point. Just that flexibility. You can do anything with it. Maybe you can draft another Garrett Wilson. Okay, let's get rid of this off the banner here and let's go to the crowd. All right, so Cody has hold. Okay, let's go to Tony America. That's a cool avatar. In a startup draft I just did, I drafted the 101 through 104. We're doing a rookie draft later this year. Any thoughts on the strategy with that going forward? Okay. Yeah, so in the startup you drafted 1 through 4. Any thoughts on a strategy with that going forward? I mean, you did it for a reason, right? Tony America, why did you do it? Like what was your plan? I I've never done this. I've never drafted just 101 through 104 or something like that, but it does make it fun. Hook me up with but Tony, hook me up with format and stuff. I need a little bit more behind little bit more behind that. So we'll go back to that. I can hit the star button, I realized. Okay. Let's go to look at this. New York Jets are going to sign Daniel Jones. Book it. All right, let's go back to these hammers real quick. The unit 5 got us a hammer or 5 hammers. If it was 5 hammers, thank you very much. If it was just 1, thank you very much. I'm kidding. 12-team Superflex PPR 2.0 for the tight ends, start 11, 6-point per passing touchdown. We've got Maye, Tua, A-Rich at quarterback. Tajee is the only running back listed. Chase, Garrett Wilson, Dobbs, AD Mitchell, and then has Bowers likely at tight end. Has the 107, 108, 9, 10. That's always fun. 201, 203, another late second, and then it looks like 5 thirds. 326 first, 526 seconds, and 227 first. Tanked last year and teetering between selling Tua to tank again and compete in 26. Tried selling A-Rich, no buyers. Excuse me. Moderate activity league, very shrewd and patient. Moves to make. Okay. So let's keep that in mind. No buyers for A-Rich. Okay. Question is sell Tua and really get after it for 26. I mean, I guess it depends. What could you sell Tua for? Let's see if we can do something this year though with this team. You'd have to hit. You'd have to hit on lots of stuff. That's for sure. You got to do something with all those thirds. You don't want to just it is a start 11. Excuse me. It is a start 11, so some of those players could actually end up being relevant, but you got all of those picks. So do you just want to smash draft with them, or do you want to package a couple of them up and move back to 26 where you already have 5 of the seconds? I don't know. You're asset poor in a start 11. And if you play in start 11s, it gets real. It gets gross. So, because right now I'm counting 1, 2. Well, you can only start 2 of the quarterbacks, but let's call it 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you need assets. You need assets. I mean, if you want to, yeah, because you can't package up. I mean, I guess you could package up your stuff and move up and try to get some studs in this draft. I don't know. Maybe you do just smash draft a million times, or you do kick back some of those thirds. Then I mean, you could always look to 27 seconds as well. I don't want to make all of those third round picks. I really don't. You'd be more times than not, you're wasting those picks. 2.0 tight end premium, man, Bowers is worth gigantic amount. I just at least throw him on the block and see if somebody wants to pay me essentially the startup like 103 or 4 for him in this format. It's not a start 2 tight end, but yeah, man, throw everything on the block. You got a lot of options. You could have a lot of fun smashing drafts if you want to do that. Any thoughts from the crowd on this one? What do you think about this team from the unit? Are you just hitting the draft button and having a lot of fun that day? Oh no, I'm not. I'm not. And I do like that 107, 108, 9, 10. You got Trenton saying I'd keep Bowers. Yeah, it has to be just a stupid overpay if you're going to get rid of them. And I wouldn't want just a bunch of picks. It's going to take 3 starters from you, 3 legit starters. Okay, so Big Breakfast asked the chat, and I'll just read it out for you. We trading the 102 for the 108 and 110. Got a buy last year. We'll see what the chat says about that, and then we'll go back to it. Okay. Thank you very much, D Unit. Let's go to J Dog. Got a couple hammers. Thank you very much. This is a 10-team, 2 QB and Superflex. And he did say in the comments, yes, you can start 3 quarterbacks in this format. PPR start 11. Dak, Baker, Darnold, Geno at quarterback. Jonathan Taylor, Connor, Benson at running back. Chase, London, Nico, AJ Brown, Tyreek. And then has Ingram, Kincaid, Henry at tight end. And 25 has the 207, has all his 26 and 27 picks. Second place last year. How big of an overpay is worth it to get an Allen, Hurts, Lamar type? Okay. So it's a 2 QB plus a super flex. So yeah, the quarterbacks are juiced in terms of what they cost because of the scarcity there. Even though it's a 10-teamer, yeah, that's real. It's good that you already have Baker, Dak, Darnold, and Geno. There are probably some teams who are just totally screwed and they have no chance because they don't have quarterbacks. So, I mean, what can you start 11? I mean, somebody is going to require it. If you want Lamar or Allen or Hurts, I'm going to gut your roster. Your roster is going to be just trashed after I'm done with it. You're going to have to, if you expect to get one of those names, you don't have any high firsts, you're going to have to include Jamar Chase in there. Yeah, he's probably going to be a requirement in the deal. Like I'd need, if I'm giving, let's just say Josh Allen, for example. Yeah, you're going to have to give me Chase and Nico, right? Like at least. I'm not doing it. I am counting my blessings that I have this QB room in the first place. I'm not going to overpay for one of those quarterbacks. I mean, you can knock at the door and see what's up, but it's going to be a gut job. And let's say you did have to give up 2 of those wide receivers in the package. So yeah, you'd be good at quarterback, and it is a start 11. No, I'm not doing it. It's going to be too pricey. It's going to be too pricey. Yeah, but check it out. Let us know. Okay, let's go back to the crowd here because I asked the question. Okay, so Big Breakfast, I did bring up how are you trading the 102 for the 108 and 110? And it's a 10-team start 11. Did anybody answer our friend here, Big Breakfast? Here's your opportunity. 10-team start 11. I'm not trading the 102 for the 108 and 110. That's too far back for me. It's too far back. If I'm trading it's a different story maybe if you're getting the 108 and what looks like a juicy 26 first, but that's too far back in the draft for me. I don't want to bump back that far. Okay. But yeah, come on, help them out, crowd. Let's go to, okay, I see Kent Stapleford just saying keep Bowers 100%. And then he said, yeah, combine the thirds for a higher draft pick. Yeah, you got to do something with those thirds. Is that a sweet Porsche in the background there? Okay, Kent Stapleford. Go ahead, playa. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. Russell Y, that's a familiar name. Thanks as always for the 3 hammers. This is a 12-team, 1 QB, PPR start 9. QBs are juiced. 6 point per passing touchdown, 1 point per 15 yards pass. QBs are juiced, and you have a couple of nice ones. Lamar, Jaden Daniels, Cousins. Hiya. Henry, Rashad White, Corum at running back. BTJ, London, Debo, Diggs, and Myers. Then has Kincaid, Jonnu, and Ingram at tight end. That's the 104, 106, 112, 206. Decent orphan. Yeah, I'd say so. I know that having Lamar and JD does not make sense for one QB, but right now, no one wants to give up anything decent for those guys. How do I make this team elite? 4 very active traders. Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the one QB part because I saw Lamar and Jaden Daniels, and I was like, yeah, that's not a bad orphan at all. Yeah, but it's fine because they're difference makers still in a single QB start 9. So if people aren't going to pay you anything for them, fine. You just hold them hostage. It does suck like having a stud like that on the bench, but if people need them, they'll pay. Okay, so your question was again, how do I make this team elite? Hmm. Uh, it's tough. It's tough too, honestly, because what liquid assets do you have? One of your quarterbacks, hopefully, one of these days. You have Derrick Henry, Rashad White, BTJ. Can you make it elite? You have to hit on a couple of these picks. Let's say you package that 104 and the 112 to move up to the 101. That would definitely be something I'd do. Because you think in the 1 QBs, you're taking out, at least two quarterbacks. Those running backs and Tetnall, they're going to go so quickly, so high. I would try to move the 104 and the 112 and get Genty on this team. That's one way to help your cause. Or the 106 and the 112, hop up to the, can you get above your 104? Can you get the 102, 103? I would be looking to package. It's a 12-team start 9, 1 QB. So if you're giving more pieces than you're getting, let me say, yeah, you want to get less pieces in the deal. You want to give stuff and get less stuff. So can this team become elite though? It's going to be hard. You're going to have to hit on everything because we've got a great quarterback. Derrick Henry, let's assume, just keeps running. BTJ, you're going to have to hit on stuff. So it's hard to make this team elite. I don't see any 26 capital listed. Maybe you can work your way back there with the 206 or that 112. I always definitely like to check out and see who the shitty teams are though first, and always reach out to them, knock on that door to try to get those. So good team. I would still try to do the 104 and 112 to try to get up to the 101. Just give it a shot. Or the 106 and 112, get up to the 102, 103. That's worth at least considering because you want those kinds of hammers in the shallow format. It's just you've got a couple players on your team that have no liquidity. Like Debo, Diggs, Myers. It's not a team that can be elite right now. Okay, let's keep on keeping on. I like this next name, but we'll go to the crowd here. Okay, let's go up. This one's interesting. This was where is it? I just lost it. It was a Keon Coleman trade. I'll find it. Lost it. Okay, Dominic Bendetti. Thank you for the question. This is a 12-team start 9 half PPR, full PPR for the tight ends, 1 QB. Have the 104, 111, Mahomes, Maye, Bijan, Rashad White, Worthy, Rashi Rice, Adunze, McConkey, Laporta, Komet. Okay. Do you have a question here, Mr. Dominic? So let's see what we're going to do with this. Mahomes, Maye, Bijan, Rashad. Okay. Can you give me a question or something, Dominic? Maybe it's just like moves, but it's like even not seeing like the question moves with this team is just throwing me off. Single QB, you could stand to, if anybody will take a quarterback off your hands, then there you go. Bijan, I'm gonna gut your roster if you want them. Where there is, it's a nice little team. The 104 and the 111. This is another one of those situations. Can you package that up and get the 101? Consolidate for hammers. If you can't do that, the 104 and 111 for 101, would you do it even for the 102? If you can't do that for the 101, try looking at moving that 111 back to a shitty team's 26 first. And I guess we don't want to forget about the 27 first, but apparently a 27 first is as much as the 25 105, right? Okay, let's keep going here, Mr. Dominic. Thank you for your question. Okay, we had a couple more hammers in the hopper. Ooh, yeah, and there's going to be a nurse coming by very soon to check and make sure all is good in here. We'll have her get on the stream. Okay, Pikachu, awesome name. This is a 12-team Superflex PPR 1.5 for the tight ends. Start 12. Good format here. Start 3 running backs. T-Law Young at quarterback. That we have Ken Walker, Ramondre, freaking mid-yard. Ramondre, Tajay Spears. Then has Marv, Garrett Wilson, T, Devontae, Jaden Reed, and Njoku and Freiermuth at tight end. As the 104, 301, 302, 304, and 226 first. I feel like this team is stuck in the middle. For example, would it make sense to try to split Marv? Was thinking of offering Marv in the 304 for the 103 and Olave. A trade like that makes sense. Let's go back to the team. It's a 12 by 12. Start 3 running backs. Small tight end premium. I'm just the start 3 running backs. I see 3 on your team, and I'm looking at your picks. Would a move like that make sense? Good question. Marv in the 304 for the 103 and Olave. It is tempting. It is tempting just because the 103, you can do a lot with it and try to get some more assets here because start 12 is legit. How many assets are we counting here? We'll just give you the benefit of the doubt saying what your quarterbacks are. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, you're so devoid of assets that if you can do something with that, is devoid even a word? Is void? I don't know. I feel like Shane right now. Yeah, if you could do a lot with that 103, if you could do a lot with that 103, then that's something to consider. Just because a start 12, you need so many players on your team. Otherwise, you're going to be starting people who are like practice squatters. Yes, I agree. This team is stuck in the middle. I would, though, if I'm trading Marv in the 304 and I'm already able to get the 103 and Olave, I'm trying to squeeze more. Like, what is that? What else does that team have that I can squeeze off of them? Or yeah, even if it's 26 second or something. But what do you think there, crowd? I'm struggling here. Would you trade? Damn, what's wrong with Clay? Does he need a nurse? Let's see. What do you guys think about that? Marv or the 103 and the 103 and Olave? Be curious to see what everybody thinks there. I lean going with the I lean going with the Olave and the 103. Yeah, you see that I kind of agree with Ken Sanford here. 103, but not Olave. I think it's generally, 103 and Olave personally, says Jacob. Yeah. I like your idea, Pikachu. What you have in mind here. Maybe you have some other options than Olave, but yeah, that's start 12. You got to lean into that. You need more players. So that 103 can maybe do that for you. All right, let's keep on keeping on here. Okay, we've got third class alien with a hammer. Thank you very much. This is a 12-team Superflex start 9 PPR. We have Daniels and Dak at quarterback. Achan, Connor, Warren, Chubb at running back. Amon-Ra, Puka, Tyreek, Adunze, Hollywood. Then we have McBride and Musgrave at tight ends. 2025, we got the 104, 106, and 207. What's the best plan of attack this offseason leading up to the draft? And do I make the picks or trade for assets? Okay. Back to the team. Shallow 12 team, start 9. So again, shallow, it's consolidate stuff to get a piece, less stuff. Love the quarterback situation, or like the quarterback situation. Connor, HM, John. It's a pretty good looking team. Got the 104, 106, and 207. And the question is, yeah, do I make the picks or trade for assets? Well, we don't have to answer that question yet, obviously. 104 and 106 are, I don't want to combine both of those to try to move up personally, because let's, even in the shallow format, start 9, what are we counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's call it nine assets right there. Yeah, I guess you don't have to worry. If you could try to move up to the 101 with the 104 and 106 and then get something back. I'm just not rushing to do that. What player could you just buy outright with the 106 that would make sense in the start 9? I know we were talking about Garrett Wilson earlier. Could be an option. You do have already Amon-Ra Puka. It's a nice little team. I don't know. I'm not rushing to do anything right now. And you don't have to worry about, do you make the picks or trade for assets? What's nice is you're going to have the flexibility to do one or the other. So 104 and the 106 are still good looking picks. And that 207 you can do stuff with as well. So I'm not rushing to do anything with this team right now. I kind of like it. I like it. There's a lot of different options here in terms of how you can attack this. Yeah, third class alien. Nicely done. Nice little construction here, from what I'm seeing anyway. Yeah. Yeah. That's all I have to say. Okay, let's go to one from Jack P. This is a 12-team. Thank you very much. 12-team Superflex, start 10, PPR. It is a start 2 tight end. Defending champ. Congrats. It says big thanks to y'all. All you, man. Pat. Mahomes, Stroud, then has JJ McCarthy and Russ as well. He says QBs on the 2 deep. JT, Tank Bigsby, Rico, and Cans. Has Neighbors, London, T, Addison, Evans, and then Bowers, Kelsey, and Sano at tight end. I know how you say his name. Owns the 101, 102, 202. Is it crazy to go Genty, Warren at 1 and 2, and then running back at 202? Double tap running back if 2 go in the first round, or is the tight end advantage worth it in this format? Yeah, I mean, was it a 2.0 start 2 tight end as well? It was a start. Yeah, it's a start 2 tight end. I don't see an additional tight end premium on there, but that's still a big deal. I like your room as is with Bowers and Kelsey. What's the latest? Kelsey does plan at this point on coming back, correct? So what was the question? If he goes Genty and Warren at 1 and 2, sorry, I'm just trying to think here. I mean, I don't think it's crazy to go 101, 102, because right now you got JT, Tank, and then Dowdle. Yeah, still not making this decision yet, but because I'm looking at your wide receivers too. 12 teams, start 10. You've got Neighbors, London, T, and Addison and Evans. Yeah, that's pretty solid. Is there any? You can be very flexible too. With the 101 and 102, you could bump back. You could obviously bump back. I don't know how early. Excuse me. I don't know how early like Loveland will go to. I don't want to take Warren at 2 in the start 2 tight end necessarily. If it's a non-tight end premium. Maybe though. Maybe. I honestly can't speak intelligently enough on Warren. I'm not gonna bullshit. I'm not gonna bullshit that one. So I'm gonna end up having to come back to Jake P's. From what I hear, Warren is going to be nasty, and in a start 2 tight end, that is something to pay attention to. But But yeah, here in the meantime, the crowd can help me out. What do you think? What do you think here? Are you going Genty and then are you going Warren at 102 and a start two tight end? No tight end premium potentially. It's not crazy because you don't need a quarterback. Yeah, yeah. I'll get back to you on that one. I'll get back to you on that one. I'm just not sure if I'm going Warren at 102 and to start two tight end or not. I don't want to just talk shit. Okay. So we'll keep that one. Let's see. Yeah, this one from Cody says I would trade back from 102. Yeah, and probably get Warren. Yeah, exactly. That's ideally what I think the move would be if you think you could do that. And then yeah, Kent says if it's a 2-point tight end premium, then it's justifiable. Yeah, I think the idea is, yeah, too early to make that call, in my opinion. The idea is, yeah, you want to get him on your team or get tight ends on your team and it's start two tight end, but you're really paying up at 102. So try to move around if that's what you want to do. Okay. Let's go to the next question here from Wolfman. Thank you very much. This is a 8-team Superflex PPR. Okay. 1-point PPR. 8-team Superflex start 10, 2 points for the tight end. So 2.0 for the tight ends. Jaden, Kyler, McCarthy. Then we have BTJ, JSN, DJ, Adams, Cup, and Judy. Then Derrick Henry, Kamara, Connor, and Pollard. Has Bowers, Kittle, Hawkinson. The startup was this month. Jealous. I need to do a startup. Inbox offer. Give BTJ and JSN, get Jefferson. Right off the bat, I don't like it. That's just me. Also, Bowers, hard to put a price. Excuse me, hard to put a price on in this one. Was offered Mahomes and the 101 for Bowers and Love. Ooh. No. I mean, that last part was offered Mahomes and the 101. You have to look at this as Love and Mahomes maybe not being that much different, and then Bowers over the 101, right? What was the format again? It was a 2.0 tight end premium, and it is an 8-teamer. No, I'd rather just, you do have Bowers, Kittle, and Hawkinson. No, I just want to keep Bowers. I just want to keep Bowers, and yeah, the Mahomes Love thing, that's kind of a sneaky move by that other manager. I'm not doing it. I'm not rushing to do that. He says trying to get crafty and maximize with Bowers or keep him. I might start all 3 of my tight ends. Thoughts or moves with Jaden or Mayfield, Bijan, and or the 101. We'll get back to that last part. So can you start your 3 wide receiver or tight ends in this format? It's a start 10. Yeah, I mean, all of them could smash at 2.0. If you've never played in a 2.0 tight end premium, do the math. I mean, it's incredible. Like Hunter Henry is scoring as much as, a lot of the wide receivers. So yeah, give BTJ. Oh, that was the question. Inbox offer. Well, it was at the time. Give BTJ and JSN, get Jefferson. What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that one? BTJ and JSN for Jefferson. Is that something you're rushing to do? No, it's a shallow format, but here, yes or no? Are you trading BTJ and JSN for Justin Jefferson? Crowd. I see hell no from Moggs. No to both trades, says Cody. Yes, as well. Yeah. Anybody else has something to say here? We'll put you up on the screen. Yeah. I'm not doing that. I'd rather just keep BTJ and JSN. They're both solid, very startable, and even in an 8-team start 10. Yeah, Kent saying keeping JSN, BTJ. Trenton says not sure he has a depth for that. Yeah, I think everybody's kind of on the same page here, Wolfman. Yeah, I like how you're requiring that kind of pay for Bowers. Like, you realize what the premium is in this league. So, but try to sell one of the others. Yeah, you could start all three, but try to sell one of the others and see if you can get, what are you kind of lacking? We don't have to worry about running back right now, but this is a nice team. This is a nice team. I'm not screwing around with it too much. Okay. Let's see here. See some nice comments here. Xavier Lopez, Clay, all of us still love you. Keep it going, brother. We are a community. Yes, we are a community. We built this. You guys, we built this together. It's a community-driven channel, that's for sure. And it can't go away. I mean, I've got freaking Dynasty Trades and 5 logo tattoos all over me. Okay, so take this off. And yeah, that's it for the hammers. Let's hit. Oh, somebody's gonna come in here any second. Let me hit one more from the crowd, and then I'll bounce. Oh, here's Red Eye Jetty says, give me JJ and the 8-teamer. Yeah, it was. No, I hear you. It was. That one's tough. I might go back and listen to that one as well. But BTJ and JSN are still like really good though. Like they're both still starters. So it's almost like, yeah, I'll go back and listen to that one too. I kind of agree. Still on the fence there, but yeah, my gut was saying just keep the 2 pieces there. Okay, let me find one more from the crowd here. Let's see. Okay. Oh, there's not really much stuff. Guys, give you something and I'll throw it up on the screen. Okay, here we go. Would you do, that's kind of a cool logo. Dean says, would you do Jalen Hurts or the 101 and Genty? Dean, while you're Fields. Justin Fields, I mean. Okay, well, while you're in the chat, give me the format too. So, and Justin Fields. Okay, so wait, what was it then? It was, would you do Jalen? Put the whole thing in there again, Dean, because I'm just gonna get screwed up here. Jalen Hurts or the 101 in Fields? Is that what you meant? It's got to be. I mean, it's not Fields or the 101 and Genty. Isn't Genty and the 101? Is that the same thing anyway? Come on, Dean. Okay, he says 12-team super flex, no tight end premium. Jalen Hurts or the 101 and Fields. Yeah, no worries, man. No, Jalen Hurts. Yeah, Jalen Hurts. I'm just keeping him there, right? Am I saying this too quickly, everyone? I see Cody says need a better QB than Fields. Yeah. No, that's not gonna do it. It's not gonna get it done. So okay, I freaking babbled for an hour and 3 minutes here. Well, that was fun. We got 1,700 eyeballs watching across the Twitter land and the YouTube machine. Thanks so much for joining. Yeah, more to come from me. You're going to see in the community tab on YouTube, and I guess I'll post it on X as well, but Google Forms, where it'll be asking for what content creators you'd like to see on the show. I'm also going to break down some different types of formats that I was thinking of, like short form, where it's going to be like players over process, where we're always process over players. So a lot more player takes, short form wise, lots of collaborations, still do some streams, but yeah, they're going to be Google Forms that I'll send out asking for your thoughts, because this is a community driven channel and that's how it's going to stay. So I am going to, I'm going to call it a wrap for tonight. Thanks so much for joining, and we'll see you soon. Cheers.